Good morning, YouTube. Mark here. Going out for a little bit of a ride this morning. A bit windy today, though. But I'm heading out to. Yeah, that's right. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to turn right from a left lane, you dumb fuck. I tell you, people are getting so fucking stupid in this town. Last night we had another shooting. Beloit has been rated the worst city to live in Wisconsin. Way to go, people! Yeah! All these stupid drugs and gangs and shit that are in this town is unbelievable. Well, enough about that. Enough about the shooting. I have no idea what happened with it. I don't know if anyone actually died in it. I haven't heard, so screw it. It's not me and it's not people I know. So if they want to go around and shoot themselves and take each other out, fine with me. But today is a wonderful day. Like I said, a bit breezy, but still pretty decently warm. It's coming up on 70 degrees. I've been trying to figure out exactly what I wanted to do for this video. This is my first attempt at vlogging. And so I've just got so many ideas on what I want to do and where I want to take you and what I want to show you. So we'll just have to see exactly what happens on this one. Alright, my gas station is just up here, so I'll see you guys in a little bit. So basically I'm on the northwest side of town. All this over here is just a big grocery store. Then we got subdivisions that are up behind it. Which is actually fairly decent neighborhoods back here. Just kind of little ranch style houses everywhere. Yeah, a few apartment complexes, but it's actually a pretty nice neighborhood back in this area. I'd like to move out here at some point. I tell you, I'm a pretty happy father right now. My youngest daughter, Victoria, my last child, she graduated high school this week. So now she can start, you know, getting a job, getting ready to move out, take care of her own life. So I'm pretty excited to see what she can do. Now, none of my kids have ever gone off to college. They basically just got jobs and started working right away, which is fine, because a lot of times, you know, kids get into school, they don't even know what they want to study. I mean, I drive my Uber and Lyft up in Madison at the around the university and stuff, and I talk to students there, and I mean, like, even juniors still don't know what they want to study. And this is the time where they need to start making those declarations on what exactly they want to do. And it took me 10 years to go back to college, so I'm not going to push my kids into doing it. Okay, we're going to turn down Moore Street here and go by the Boys and Girls Club here. They have their own baseball field. There's even a football field and soccer field way over there. But this is actually the parking lot for the park, and they use it for the baseball fields and stuff. So yeah, they use this quite often. Kind of a funky intersection right here, because it goes into this parking lot, but it also turns down this road. A lot of kids playing in the jungle gym systems over there in the park. Now right down at the bottom of this hill right down here is the public swimming pool. Pretty cool morning this morning, so yeah, there's nobody there. Well, this is a golf course out here. That used to be private. It used to be a private club, but then they opened it up to the public, and I think that helped out their business quite a bit. And you get some of the golf course right here. There's some golfers right over there. In the winter time, I'll take you down Olympian here. In the winter time, there's a pretty good sized hill that kids will go sledding on when we get good snowfall and stuff, and it's right up here. And it's actually inside the grounds to the golf course, but they have a gate up here that they open up so kids can get out here and they can go sledding down the hill. I mean, that's the hill right there, and it's probably about a good 30, even 40-foot drop. And there's a parking lot that they opened for people to park so they can go sledding. That hill is called Hospital Hill because this building here is the old Beloit Hospital. It's now an apartment complex. But to give you a taste of what the hill back there is like, just a little tiny bit of it going down to the lights. It might not look steep in the video, but it is. Across the practice field over here is the Beloit High School. That's where my daughter, that's where actually all three of my kids have graduated. And we just had the ceremony for my youngest daughter this past week. Oh yeah, this is the Beloit Memorial High School. They recently closed off the road. You can't actually drive in front of the school anymore. This is all new. They put in a brand new swimming pool down here, so now we have a swim and dive team. And the Beloit Memorial Purple Knights football field here. This is also where we had our graduation ceremony. A few tennis courts. This is a boat launch for the Rock River. Across the street from me is called the Rock. And the Rock is where we have the Rib Fest contest. I've been doing that Rib Fest now for about 4 years. This year would be my 5th, but I'm not going to be able to make it because Jen and I are going to be going out to New Zealand, and I'll probably be back in time for it, but not in time to prepare for everything. I'll make a right-hand turn down Riverside here. Now this is our famous Riverside Park. Very beautiful. They keep it up very well. Lots of walkers, bikers, runners. Even you can come down here and go fishing, catch bass, and panfish, catfish. You can see the backside of the high school from over here. Now this big white building up here, it's called ABC Construction. They're a Fortune 500 company that moved into town, gosh, I want to say probably 15 or so years ago. But they're actually using parts of the old Fairbanks Morse diesel engine division. So Fairbanks is basically just a skeleton of itself. I mean, this used to be all Fairbanks down through here, and now it's all this ABC Construction. Fairbanks is still in business, but they just do a couple of different engines and that's it. That's Turtle Island. My kids used to come down here and play in Turtle Island all the time. Nice little park just down the street and over the bridge. You know, so I didn't mind my kids coming down here on their own. Now up here you see the stack right there. This used to be a power plant. Just on the other side of the building is a dam system. But as you can see, they got this walk over the road now. They're actually turning this into apartments for the Beloit College, which is over on that side of the street. Brown and Swiss Cattle Association right there in that white building. That big brown building across the river, that was the Ironworks building. And people, you know, the Ironworks is no longer there, but they turned it into a bunch of shops and stuff. So yeah, this downtown area is really getting revitalized. We have a family here that ran a construction company, and they've been donating millions of dollars in preserving and renovating the downtown area. Maryland Houston's great steakhouse right here in that hotel. to take you around the downtown here. Lots of, I mean, our downtown's not very big, okay? It's basically one block this way and one block that way. But all the buildings there off to my left, basically from that light gray building and on down, it's all new construction. You got new shops down there, and then above it are all apartments. It's really nice. I actually love the look of the old construction on the buildings, you know, all the facades and all the little details, you know, like right up there on the windows. Those are really cool. So yeah, that was pretty much the downtown area. I mean, the main downtown area. There's some stuff that goes down to my left, and I'll take you down that way. Actually, if I went straight right here, on the corner there is Regal Beloit. They own the paper mill system that used to be here in Beloit. Their offices are still here, but the paper mills are no longer existent. And then just on the other side of that is the City Hall. And then attached to the City Hall is the police department. Backside of the downtown area. Ace Hardware. My son actually works there. He's working today, in fact. Our local Dodge dealership. They've actually been growing quite a bit. They've been moving their trucks to the lot over here. They bought this building over here. They own this lot right here. So yeah, that dealership is really growing. I'm going to take you down by the Beloit College now. Our Beloit College is actually pretty cool. Very good business school, very good architect, what am I saying? College is actually a really good business school. It's got a good archaeology school. And in fact, one of the former professors here from years and years ago actually was the inspiration for Indiana Jones, or at least in part. This old Baptist church burned down a number of years ago. A lot of these houses down through here are actually owned by the Beloit College. They use them for sorority and fraternity houses. This is what they would consider to be the main entrance to the college, because you got the main college hall right in front of you when you come in. You'll notice all the little bumps in the lawn. There's one on the other side of the sign there. There's one there, one there, one there, one there. There's a couple more down farther. Those are actually Indian burial mounds. So you can see them. There's about 3 more going down that way. I think they've excavated at least one, and they have the findings in display. Now this is like a little botanical garden that they're working on. I think they call it a meditation garden. This is White Horse Park. Very nice. Nice little park that you can go to and have lunch on. Alright, now I'm kind of going back down the same road that we just went around. I basically just drove around the block. But I'm going to take you down to the other side of campus now. Like I said, a lot of these houses, not necessarily owned by the school, but they rent rooms for students. But pretty much everything on my left is all owned by the school. Well, it looks like we have some kids coming in for a tour. All the way down to the new Science Center that was built just a few years ago. Science Center, I think they got a library in there and everything. So you can see all the sidewalks and stuff through the grounds, and it's actually kind of a nice place to come down and just and walk around. Driver, come on. You just want to sit there or what? She had to have seen me when she came back and opened up those windows. See if I can squeeze between her. Nice that you just kind of sit there blocking off a whole road. See what I mean about people being just complete idiots? Alright, now these are the frat and sorority houses. Usually sorority's on this side, frat is on this side. These buildings in front of me are co-ed. So that's pretty much the Beloit College. talking about Fairbanks Morris before, and this is Fairbanks Morris right here, right on the corner. The main office is that brick building over there, and now the production line is this big green building. I used to do security here back when I got out of the Army, and my father-in-law, he used to work here in their IT division. But Fairbanks used to run all the way down. There's actually buildings on the other side of these that you don't see. Fairbanks actually now ends here at the railroad tracks. It still includes this green building, but now all the white building here, it's all that ABC, and a couple other smaller businesses have moved into these, but this used to be all Fairbanks. Now the diesel engines that they made here were marine diesel engines for Navy ships, for submarines, warships, battleships. So the engines that they would make would be like the size of these semi-trailers. My father-in-law actually has just a piston valve for one of the engines, and it stands about 2.5 feet, almost 3 feet tall, and the valve head itself is approximately 10 inches across, maybe 12. Now here is this is the old Beloit Mall, which is pretty much non-existent now. The last store closed up a year or two ago, but the Beloit Library moved into here from downtown. And this is the last store that was open for the mall, Elder Bierman, and now that's all closed up. Got community health, and this is actually the vast majority of what the mall is now, is this community health. This used to be a really big mall. I think it used to have like 30 stores in it. Oh, got something in my eye. Sorry guys, I just had a little piece of dust blow into my eye. And yeah, it's pretty sore. got that little piece of dirt dust out of my eye, so I feel much better. Now this part here hadn't been open for years and years. This used to be a grocery store. There's the entrance to the old mall. But yeah, now all these, someone's bought it, probably more than likely the Hendricks family. You know, they've been working on getting all this going again. I mean, that mall was really a dead spot here in the town. As you can see, well, the cars here, there's a lot of businesses here, community stuff. I think that's like a firehouse. I'm not sure. And actually, the Eclipse, that's like a schooling system. So kind of like a tech school or something like that. But that's what this is now called. It's no longer, you know, the Beloit Mall. It's now the Eclipse Center. And now we're on the back side of the library here. That's an old bank that's been closed for probably about 10 years or more. Now when we have our 4th of July celebration, the fireworks actually get lit off on top of the ABC building that's down on the other side of the trees down there. So you gather down at Riverside Park and you can watch the 4th of July fireworks. Taking us right down to Riverside again. Now when we first came down to Riverside, we crossed the bridge right over there. And there's the high school right over there. Straight on Riverside now. Yeah, get to ride on the new stuff. Oh, this is so much better. This section of Riverside, as you can tell from the stuff on the side of the road over there, they're repaving this whole road, and my God, it needed it. It was so bad. It's so broken, beat up, torn up. Looks like that's all the farther they got with the construction. But of course, this stuff here that I'm on right now, this is actually really new. They rebuilt this intersection maybe about 3-4 years ago. So yeah, this is still in pretty good shape. And then right down here, we're going to go past the this is the Beloit Country Club up through there where that car just went up. That's the Beloit Country Club. That's a privately owned private club, golf course and stuff like that. I've been in there a few times for like weddings or something like that, but yeah, I'm not a member or anything. I don't understand why people would want to pay a few $1,000s to be a member to promise that you'll spend money there. I don't understand that. I tell you, this is really nice to ride on this. Now the river is actually just on the other side of these trees and houses. And then just on the other side of this is Big Hill Park, where I went on that walk and did my trainings and stuff over there for that 3-day hike Dave and I did. So yeah, there's the boat club there, and Big Hill is right across. If I stay on this much longer, I'm going to end up out in the country, and I don't want to do that. I mean, I wouldn't mind doing that, but for this video's sake, I'm not going to. So I'm going to turn up here at the stoplight. And this is actually the township portion of Beloit. This is Beloit Township, not the city of Beloit. The city of Beloit is all the downtown stuff and whatnot. So out here, they actually have their own high school. So this is, we'll go by the Beloit Turner High School. And basically, once we crossed that intersection by the Eclipse Center and got into all that new construction, that's where the township line is. So everything after that Eclipse Center has all been in the township. And again, a nice residential area. Got more of a country vibe out here. Houses are spread apart a little bit. Most of them are ranch style, 70s construction. But again, I wouldn't mind living out here, nice and quiet. Don't have to put up with gunshots. This is actually Park Street, so this is if I kept on going down to my right, I would end up in front of Fairbanks and all those big green buildings and stuff. That road will connect me there. This is kind of a industrial park over here, so there's I mean, not really big industry, but privately owned companies, you know, cleaning services, and there's a ceramic store there. This is an old roller rink that's up for sale, so if anybody wants to buy a roller rink, there you go. This is the Beloit Turner High School over on this side. I have no idea what their student population is. None of my kids ever went to school here, so I have no idea. So as you can see, I'm like on the very edge of town. I mean, here's a small little cornfield here. And if I was to turn left, I would actually go down in front of the Blackhawk Tech College down there. This Casey's gas station is brand new, built probably within the last year. And if I was to go straight, I can have access to the interstate onto I-90, I-39. Now the sign here where it says Bat Cave, that actually was a movie theater that was down there. And someone bought it when it went out of business, and I think it's a bar and a couple other businesses down there. The sign says something about custom print shirts and stuff like that, which I've been meaning to go there because I need some custom made jackets for the motorcycle club. The tall building over here is the Beloit Memorial Hospital. I used to work there as a security guard a number of years ago. Saw some funky stuff there. You know, just the stuff that would come into the emergency room, and I had to be down there for security reasons. Oh my God. I can't believe the stuff people do. I mean, not only to themselves, but to other people. As you can see, a lot more construction. This road, of course, has also gone to hell, so they're redoing it. This is the old Shopco. Just recently closed up in the past couple of months. It's one of those things, you know, the Walmart got built out by the interstate, and people went out there, you know, stuff started to grow out by the Walmart, so this section of town has kind of died. And Shopco just, you know, the Shopco as a company in a whole did absolutely nothing to, you know, try to keep up with Walmart. You know, they never budged on their prices. They were always higher priced, and yeah, it's kind of amazing. I mean, they had their going out of the business sale, and everything was marked off of what was supposed to be the original manufacturer's suggested retail price, and you actually had to get down to like 60, even 70% off before you actually got prices that were lower than what other stores like Walmart and Target had, you know, for the same product. So yeah, it's just amazing. Now this over here is a junior high. This is the Aldridge Junior High. In this little strip mall over here, it's actually got a really nice Chinese place that we like to go. There's Chinese and Japanese there, and they actually have some pretty good sushi. So when I need a sushi fix, I can go there, and they deliver. So if I want to stay home and have it delivered, I can do that too. I'm going to turn on to Cranston Road here. Clear. Now off on my left, as I come up around this next bend, back there by the trees and stuff, that is the home of the Beloit Snappers. That's like really the only thing that we have in this town. Well, we don't have casinos or anything like that, but we have the Beloit Snappers. So you can come here, see a game, very cheap and reasonably priced. So if you like baseball, come on down, see a game. They get other activities coming down through there. Now at this stoplight up here, if I was to turn right and head down that way, I would actually meet up with Prairie, where we had just gotten off earlier. And again, nice little subdivisions out here. I would love to move out into these areas, but I just can't afford it. Coming up this little hill after the stoplight here. We're kind of getting into the Walmart area. We're getting really close to the interstate. This is Turtle Creek. I walked the floodplain trail, or the Greenway Trail. That's part of it right down there. You gotta be careful coming on this road because deer will run across it. So yeah, right on the other side of these trees here, that's Walmart. So there's the side of the Walmart right there. And of course we got our restaurants, Culver's, Applebee's, Jersey's. I like going to Jersey's. Over towards that direction, fast food places, McDonald's, and we have a fast food place called Doc's. I'm not crazy about it, but it's alright. Taco Bell, stuff like that over there. Gas stations, because the interstate is basically right on the other side of all those buildings over there. So yeah, if I was to turn left right here, we'd go down to the interstate, which I'll probably do in a little bit here, because there's something kind of fun up by the interstate, and I actually have to get on the interstate to see it. But yeah, hotels, car lots. This is a new strip mall that was built. A few businesses are able to stick around and stay in there, but we had a big Staples store in there, and that ended up closing up. This is the old Morgan Elementary School, and that closed up, and they moved it across the street. No, not that building. That's the Cancer Research Center. But this building right here is the new. It's no longer Morgan, it's, I can't even pronounce it, some German name. But that's the new elementary school. And then down here is just a lot of, houses. So I'm actually going to turn around and go back to the interstate. Central Church, one of the biggest churches in Beloit. They have services, I think, 3 days a week. So that's nice. If your schedule doesn't allow you to go to a Sunday service, go on Wednesday. in it. Back behind all these dealerships, we have a lot of industry too. You can see the big buildings back there. One of our bigger employers that we have here is actually Frito-Lay. So yeah, you can get a job down there making potato chips and tortilla chips and Doritos and all that stuff. We'll take a quick jaunt down that way and see Frito-Lay. But again, a lot of this has been built down here just because the Walmart was put here. You know, they were smart. You know, they built it right by the interstate. I mean, there was stuff here. There were gas stations and stuff, but a lot of these hotels recently popped up just because that Walmart was put in about 20 years ago. And it was one of the largest built in Wisconsin. This is our movie theater now. How it stays in business is beyond me. This is the Axiom Company. I have no idea what they produce here. This brown building though, this is Frito-Lay, and it extends way, way down there. This is the front offices here. Yeah, that's an employee crossing bridge because this little road can actually get pretty busy with cars. I'm just going to again do a quick little turnaround. There's the interstate right in front of me. Down there is all Frito-Lay. These railroad tracks actually feed Frito-Lay with shipments of potatoes and cornmeal and oil and stuff like that. And I tell you, when Frito-Lay starts cleaning their oil, they filter it and stuff like that, and they do their heavy-duty cleanings on the oil. Oh man, it just stinks. It's like rotting, stale potato chips. That's what it smells like. And so again, there's our movie theater. You can see a little strip mall over there, lots of shops, lots of restaurants. That's that Doc's Burgers right there. Quality Inn, Super 8, Hampton Inn, just a lot of different stuff. Wendy's, Arby's, Noodles and Company. There's a fireworks shop. Never been in it. The Roadway Inn over here has a really good restaurant called the Road Dog. I've been there several times. They got good food. Pilot gas station. Truckers park there all the time. There's a big cow for you. Not as big as Salem Sioux, but it'll do. Now this hotel right here is brand new. It's actually being built on the remains of an old lumber company. chili. You can see that silo looks like their chili can. That's the only reason I wanted to come up on the interstate, was just to show you that silo. And then we got a bunch of new industries over on this side of the interstate. We got cardboard industries, we got warehouses. Yeah, just a lot of different stuff. So Beloit seems to be growing, but because of all the crime and violence and drug use and stuff that's going rampant in the city, yeah, Beloit's still called the worst city in Wisconsin. There's the Staple warehouse over there. Told my son to go and apply there. They're hiring at $15.50 an hour starting pay. That's our visitor center on the other side, so as you're coming northbound out of Illinois, if you need Wisconsin information, stop off at that visitor center. They got a lot of stuff in there. Now this bridge that I'm coming up on, this is actually State Line Road. So as soon as I cross this bridge, I'll be in Illinois. This is a brand new company that just came in. I have no idea what they do. But yeah, that company just started up within the past few months. And I see a lot of cars there. So there's the Welcome to Illinois sign. So yeah, we are in Illinois. This is Flying J gas station. My friend Dell, when he comes home, that's where he parks his semi. That truck lot goes pretty far back. They hold a lot of trucks in there. That building way down there, that's the one that we just saw by the interstate, and now there's also this one, the Seal-Rite. I have no idea what they do or what they make. Alright guys, so I'm sorry if all of a sudden everything looks different. This is the Seal-Rite building. I didn't realize until I got home and uploaded all the footage that my battery had died on me. So I'm trying to take off where that video ended. So that was the Seal-Rite building that was back there. This is the water treatment plant over here. this intersection up here is called Collie Road. If I was able to turn right and go over towards the interstate over there, it would take me down in front of the Staples warehouse. And then if I turned left, it would just take me right into town. In fact, we'll actually cross Collie Road a little farther on. I tell you, it's been really windy these last couple of days. When I was out yesterday riding around, it was really windy. Today it's really windy. In fact, yesterday when I got home, part of a tree had actually broken apart and fell in my yard. So the remainder of my day yesterday was just cleaning up that fallen tree, and then this morning I had gotten a hold of my father-in-law's chainsaw, and then my dad this morning came in and helped me cut it all up and everything. Alright, so this is basically the industrial park. Down this road down here, oh sorry, not that one. Yeah, getting a little confused. Yeah, down that way would have been Frito-Lay and everything like that. I'm coming up on Central Christian Church. This is the back side. This is like a kids center that they built. And then Central Christian is this dark brown one here. So this is basically where I turned around and headed out towards the interstate yesterday. But this time I'm going to actually turn left and keep going. Yeah, you can see all the trees blowing around. It is very windy. Put my visor down just because my sun shield is vibrating. So yeah, another nice residential area over here. It's so full of trees and wooded area that you get a lot of deer that actually walk through that residential area. Now down this road over here, there's a little baseball and playground park down there. And right over here is that Greenway Trail, the Turtle Creek Greenway Trail that I hiked. That was the parking lot for that. And my magnet fishing video I did right underneath this bridge here. So that's Turtle Creek that's down there. This is also a very nice neighborhood. Not so much on this side, but on this side, on the left, just some really nice houses. Another big cemetery over there. There's just a lot of nice houses down through this area. In fact, there's a house up here that Jen and I were actually thinking about buying, but it was just a little bit beyond our price range. Just a wee little bit. I really like this house here on the corner. I like that front entryway. I think that's kind of cool. Yeah, just a lot of neat houses set down in through here. Now this is the house that Jen and I were originally looking at. Probably about $100,000 more than we could afford. That's a nice little colonial style. I do like architecture. I like the different variations on builds and stuff through the centuries. I mean, I'm not an expert in it in any way, shape, or form, but I do like it. You know, look at this big white house. Big front porch. I love that. Now, Beloit actually has a number of historical districts, and in fact, our house is actually in one of them. Let's see, if I turned right on Wisconsin, that would take me down to the road we turned off of when we first got over the floodplain trail. It'd take me out to Milwaukee Road, and it would also take me to Prairie Avenue. That was the road that went by the old Shopco and everything. Little hobby horses over there. Don't see those too often. Now I'm going to go back down through the downtown area, and we're going to go through, basically when we went through the downtown area and I made that left-hand turn by Regal Beloit, that road is just the next block over. So we're going to go right downtown again. Wow, just look at that. Look at all those flags blowing. Look at those trees. Wow. There's supposed to be a big storm coming through tonight. That's the reason for all this wind. Now this big building here, that used to be the old library. It's now a city municipal building. Yesterday I stopped at this restaurant here on the corner. Neat facade and everything. I like the garage door walls so they can open the whole restaurant up to the outside. But their food was kind of interesting. They do like specialty tacos. So I had a pressed duck taco and a pork belly poached egg taco. Oh, look at that. Music festival. Again, this is the Rock River. Now this is the new YMCA. It's part of that old ironworks building. So that's where the YMCA moved to. It used to be over by the Eclipse Center, not too far from it. So yeah, this is all the old ironworks building. They got shops and stuff all down through here. There's like a gym here that you can come into and work out. There's more stuff inside there. And then this is like a metal extrusion company over here. And we're coming out onto 4th Street. Now if I kept on going straight on 4th Street, this would actually take me to the Beloit Memorial High School. that's pretty much my town. The other things I really didn't show you was were the hoods, and there's a big portion of that. That's where all the vast majority of the gang stuff, drug stuff all happen. You know, it's one of those neighborhoods where you're just in the neighborhood and you can just smell all the pot in the air just from everybody smoking it down through that area. And look, I don't care if you smoke or not. I don't care if you think it should be legal or not. I personally don't. You know, to me, it's just like alcohol. You know, it's something that the world really does not need another vice for people to be addicted to. And that's just my opinion. If yours is different, fine. But you're not going to sway my beliefs on marijuana. I don't think it should be legalized. I don't think there's enough research done on the effects of it. You know, everybody seems to think that's the end all be all of everything. And to me, I think there's more negatives to it than positives. Okay, so I live right up here. That's my house right there. Now, I was telling you about that shooting that happened just a few days ago. And I'll show you where that happened. Actually, there's been 2 shootings in the past couple of months. Both of them in the same area. The one that happened like a month and a half ago was right here on this corner. I don't know which house was involved. And then the one that happened just a few days ago was at this corner. And I don't know if they ever caught the people that did it. Probably not. I know that the one that happened just a couple of nights ago, they actually were on foot chasing people. You know, it started out as a car chase, and then the people in the car, I mean, they were doing, there's a street down that way called 8th Street, and they were doing 50 miles an hour down 8th Street. And then eventually they jumped out of their SUV and tried to make a run for it. And as far as I know, there were like 4 or 5, maybe even 6 squads that were involved in trying to get those people, and I don't know if they were actually caught or not. I've never heard anything about it. Alright, so that's going to be the end of my tour here of Beloit. I hope you guys enjoyed it. See you on the road.